We're on day 6 of our 21-day fast. This week, we have been focusing on making it a priority to have time and space to meet with God. You know, I remember for years, my motivation to spend time with God was that so that I could get things I wanted, have a better life, and really get all the things that God offers. There were times I would actually get frustrated with God because the things I wanted weren't happening in my time. Even though I was spending time in prayer, in His Word, coming to church, things just weren't happening the way I wanted it. You know, I think my problem was I was more focused on what God could do for me instead of being focused on who He is. There's a scripture in Hebrews chapter 11 verse 6. It says, "And without faith, it is impossible to please God, because anyone who comes to Him must believe that He exists and that He rewards those who earnestly seek Him." I remember I read this a few years back and I realized something. Even though God could reward us with material things, and I believe sometimes He does, I have found that the most rewarding part of seeking God, making time and space to be with Him, is being rewarded with more of Him, more of His presence, more of His love, more of His plan being unfolded in our life. I believe this is the reward of those who earnestly seek Him, as talked about in this verse in Hebrews. I've heard a quote before about God. It says this: "To know Him is to love Him." The more I seek God, the more I know Him, and the more I get to know Him, the more I fall in love with Him. I believe the greatest reward we're going to get from this fast, the greatest reward that we will get from saying no to certain things and making time to be with Jesus, is simply this: that we will get to know Him more. And as we get to know Him more, we're going to fall even more in love with Him, because He is everything we need. We love you guys. We're praying for you, and we're with you on this journey.